Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for another meeting. This week, we will be discussing professional development, or as we usually call it, PD. This is a very important part in anyone's professional career, and obviously, it's no different for translators. So, grab your coffee or tea, sit down, come in. The meeting is about to start. And I now declare the meeting open. Today, we're talking about PD, or professional development. This is a very important part of any professional career, but of course, for translators, is really, really important. We need PD. And why do we need PD? Well, we need PD because that's what keeps us updated, that's what keeps us always on top of things. Um, Obviously it's no different for other careers, and obviously they will know and they will have their own PD requirements for their careers. But for translators, and I'm talking obviously the professional translators, the ones that are affiliated with associations, and they are, for example, certified translators like myself, they will need to prove that they have been attending or continuing their professional development in order to renew their licenses. And that means, for example, for NATI is the recertification process. For the Chartered Institute of Linguists is to renew our membership. So this is very important, not only in terms of renewing your licenses, but also because it means that your skills are always updated and that you are on top of things. You know what's the latest in our industry, and even acquire new skills, because not only specific things about translation are PD, there's other types of PD. So let's keep talking. For example, why is PD so important? As I said, it keeps you updated. If there is a new technique in the market, if there is new rules, usually there are, or your associations will release meetings or webinars or anything like that, that will inform you of that change of regulations. And that is important because you need to know if there is any change in regulations, or if there is any change in the industry per se. It also allows you to grow professionally, because if you do a webinar, let's say in your specific area, it will help you acquire more skills, it will help you acquire more vocabulary, for example, and that will enable you to grow professionally. And also, obviously, if, for example, you choose a, a form of PD in another area, let's think you decide to change your specialization and you go for a totally different thing, and you might enroll in a course in that particular area, which is obviously considered PD. You are growing professionally and you are acquiring a new skill. So that is important. All of these in bulk will mean that we are growing as entrepreneurs, we are growing as translators, and obviously that will translate in our services. We will be able to provide better services, more accurate, more updated services, and our clients will be ensured that we are offering them the latest in translation. But please don't just enroll in all PD events just because, for example, your association may give you points for recertification, like what happens with NATI, or because so you are up there on everything. Because then that will be first of all time consuming, because all these events take your time, and secondly, because it would be um, quite frankly counterproductive. Because if you are attending, let's imagine, if you are attending a webinar um, about something in a totally different specialization, unless you want to change to that specialization, and that is obviously another thing. But if you're not, why are you attending? Or if it's something that really it's not related to you, or it's using interpreting and you're doing translation, I don't even think you get points for that. Because if you are res, applying to recertification, and this is with NATI, as a translator, if you attend things regarded to interpretation, they will say, well, we can't count this because this is not translation, this is for interpreters, and you're not an interpreter, or you're not seeking requalification as an interpreter. So be aware of that. Choose the ones that really interested you. Choose the ones that you really like. For example, the ones that are related to your specialty, the ones that are related to what you want to do, or even, of course, if you're changing your specialty, if you're thinking about moving forward to something else, choose the ones that are related to that. It can be, for example, a university degree. You may choose to do a university degree or a master's degree in something. So you add up that to your already acquired skills, and that obviously is professional development, and it's important to you. Or, for example, other skills that may complement your business, for example, web designing or something else. I remember that when I took my WordPress course, I also put it on my logbook as professional development, because the reason I took that course was to be able to create updated words website, and to manipulate my website, and do it in a professional way. So it's professional development. It's something that is helping me to grow my business, and is helping me to grow my business of translation. Okay, it's not directly related to translation itself, but it also means that I'm growing professionally. So bear that in mind. It might be, for example, webinars or a small course in law or finance, depending on what specializations you might have. Um, it depends. It only depends on what you want to do and what your specialization are. The thing is, and this is my main recommendation, is that your associations, if you are affiliated with an association, and for me this is paramount, they usually offer all these events at discounted price for members. I know OSIT does it, I know the Chartered Institute of Linguists does it, and I'm pretty sure all other associations will do it, because obviously they know it's an incentive um, to get their members to enroll in these PD events, and it's also a way of promoting good standards in our industry. So I think this is very important, not only for our professional development, which is really, really, really crucial, but it's also important to keep high standards in our industry, because if we are all up there, if we are all um, really on top of our game, that means that we are all ready to go, and that our industry is um, really updated and with really high standards. And I think that's what we all want. And that's all for today. I hope you really enjoyed our meeting. I now declare the meeting closed. But if you have any suggestions or any questions about professional development, or you want to mention something that I may not have mentioned today, please feel free to leave your comment below. You know, leave a like. The whole story about the YouTube algorithm, and please subscribe the channel and click on the little bell so you have a notification of each meeting every week. Before I go, I would like to wish you all a very, very good week and see you next time. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye bye.